WWE 2k23's growing roster has almost 200 superstars so far. Legends, icons, and influencers are ready to step into the WWE 2k23 ring. Like previous games in the series, WWE 2k23 will have a sizable roster of superstars and legends to play as. The full list of available superstars include roster regulars such as Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sami Zayn, while dozens of other WWE superstars who haven't received much screen time lately have also made the cut. For nostalgic fans of sports entertainment, you'll be able to once again step into the ring as heavyweight icons like Booker T, Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Where things get interesting is with the selection of wrestlers that are traditionally locked away behind a DLC paywall. For WWE 2k23, the first DLC pack is focused purely on one of the most star-studded rosters of rookies to ever graduate from Ohio Valley Wrestling and includes Brock Lesnar, John the Prototype Cena, Randy Orton, and Dave Bautista, where he was known as Leviathan. All four men became huge stars in WWE when they joined the Raw and SmackDown rosters in 2002, holding multiple title reigns and headlining WrestleMania as main event attractions. Meanwhile, Bad Bunny will be available as a pre-order bonus, bringing his high-flying style to the ring. The performer has appeared several times in a WWE ring in the year and has earned rave reviews for his ability to work with WWE performers and put on a great match. WWE games usually have several of these DLC packs available throughout the year, with last year's WWE 2k22 offering superstars from the past such as Rikishi, Doink the Clown, and Rob Van Dam alongside more current faces.
Holy shit.
WWE 2k23 launches on March 17th and features John Cena as this year's cover star. The leader of the C-Nation stars in 2K Showcase mode, but interestingly, players will be stepping into the ring as one of several opponents who tried to end the legend of Big Match John. Alongside that story mode, you can also check out a preview of how War Games matches introduce exciting new options to 2K23. So I won't go through the roster, see how many guys or how many wrestlers' names you recognize. AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Alba Fire, Alexa Bliss, Aaliyah, Andre the Giant, Angel Garza, Angelo Dawkins, Apollo Crews, Asuka, Austin Theory, Axiom, Batista, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Beth Phoenix, Bianca Belair, The Big Boss Man, Big E, Bobby Lashley, The Boogeyman, Booker T, Braun Strowman, Bret the Hitman Hart, Brie Bella, British Bulldog, Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Bruno Sammartino, Brutus Creed, Butch, Cactus Jack, Cameron Grimes, Carmelo Hayes, Cedric Alexander, Chad Gable, Charlotte Flair, Chyna, Cody Rhodes, Commander Aziz, Cora Jade, Cruz del Toro, Dakota Kai, Damian Priest, Dana Brooke, Dexter Lumis, Diesel, Doink, Dolph Ziggler, Dominic Mysterio, Doudrop, Drew Gulak, Drew McIntyre, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Elias, Eric Bischoff, Eric, Ezekiel, Farouk, Giovanni Vinci, Finn Balor, Gigi Dolan, Goldberg, Grayson Waller, Happy Corbin, Hollywood Hogan, Hulk Hogan, Humberto Carrillo, The Hurricane, Ilha Dragunov, Indy Hartwell, Io Sky, Ivar, JC Jane, Jake the Snake Roberts, JD McDonough, Jerry the King Lawler, Jay Uso, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Jimmy Uso, Jinder Mahal, Joaquin Wilde, JBL, John Cena, Julius Creed, Kane, Carrier Cross, Katana Chance, Caden Carter, Kevin Nash, Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Kurt Angle, LA Knight, Lacey Evans, Liv Morgan, Lita, Logan Paul, Ludwig Kaiser, Mace, Macho Man Randy Savage, Madcap Moss, Mansoor, Matt Riddle, Maurice, Molly Holly, Montez Ford, Vince McMahon, Mustafa Ali, MVP, Natalia, Nikki Ash, Nikki Bella, Nikita Lyons, Noam Dar, Omos, Otis, Queen Zelina, Randy Orton, Raquel Rodriguez, Razor Ramon, Reggie, Rey Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Rick Boogs, Ricochet, Ridge Holland, Rikishi, Rob Van Dam, Robert Roode, Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Roxanne Perez, R-Truth, Sami Zayn, Santos Escobar, Scarlett, Scott Hall, Seth Rollins, Shane McMahon, Shanky, Shawn Michaels, Shayna Baszler, Sheamus, Shelton Benjamin, Shinsuke Nakamura, Shotzi, Solo Sikoa, Sonya Deville, Stacy Keibler, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stephanie McMahon, Six, Tamina, T-Bar, Ted DiBiase, The Miz, The Rock, Titus O'Neil, Tommaso Ciampa, Triple H, Trish Stratus, Tyler Bate, The Ultimate Warrior, Umaga, Undertaker, Vader, Veer Mahan, Gunther, Wesley, Xavier Woods, Zia Lee, X-Pac, Yokozuna, and Zoe Stark. In the Ruthless Aggression pack will be Brock Lesnar 2001, The Prototype, Randy Orton 2002, and Leviathan. Bad Bunny is in the Bad Bunny bonus pack. So with a roster like that, would you be interested in this game? Because it's got so many more wrestlers than it's got so many more wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
It's got so many wrestlers that people from the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era would be familiar.
Yeah, from Viscera, Big Show, Cade, Cade, Shane McMahon, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, those guys from the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression Era. And, I watched a lot of wrestling back then when I was younger. Recorded the first 6 months of 2002 back to back. Every episode, SmackDown and Raw. Still have it to this day, these tapes. And one day I want to watch all of them. Perhaps get a watch party going on online. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this exactly. But anyway, it's going to be an interesting year for this 2K series of WWE Wrestling gaming. And last time I ever bought any wrestling game for anything in recent time was SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. That was a Superstar series for 2006, 2007, and for the original SmackDown vs. Raw game. So,
it didn't include 08?
No, it's a triple pack. It was SmackDown vs.
Raw.
Raw.
Triple pack, but I knew it was a triple pack, but I thought it had 06, 07, 08.
Well, it has SmackDown vs. Raw, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, and SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, and that's about it. It was the Super Pack or Superstar Series pack, something of that sort. I bought it when it was on sale for about $50, $40, So, yeah, I still have it to this day.
Yeah.
That's the last time I bought any wrestling games, to my knowledge. So with this one, can be icing on the cake, Go on.
Yeah. The last game I bought was 2K20, but I only purchased that because it was $20 digitally on. It was like 6 months after it came out, so most of the glitches have been fixed. But the game has actually, I've never seen a game do this. The game has actually regressed ever since they shut down the servers and gotten worse. So I still have 2K. I still have WWE 2K18 on my Xbox One. That's still operational, works just fine.
Last time I checked, I had 2K 2016 with Stone Cold Steve Austin as the cover.
Yeah. So I mean, it's got everything. Like I said, the only mode that I'm interested is John Cena's showcase mode, because instead of us playing as John Cena, we play as his opponents. We're going to play as Kurt Angle when John Cena was wearing those colored shorts and wristbands. We're going to probably be playing as Rob Van Dam in the Hammerstein Ballroom from ECW One Night Stand 2006.
Did it include the Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin as a tag team?
No.
Okay.
Because they never. Oh well, Shelton Benjamin's in the game, but I don't think Charlie Haas is.
I know that Charlie Haas had a leg injury back in 2007 when, at the time, Rico and Charlie Haas was teaming up. Rico would return back to doing education in the school, in school as a teacher again after all these years now. But beforehand, back in 2007, they were a good team. One time they actually kissed on air, and that was fucked up. I remember
the first time. Unfortunately, my camera can't show it. Charlie Haas put his hand out to Rico for Rico to tag him,
Yeah.
and Rico started rubbing his palm, and Charlie Haas was like, "Stop that! Tag me!" Not to mention, Charlie Haas. Last I've seen him was in Impact Wrestling not too long ago. He showed up for a one-match deal.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
At one point, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas teamed up for a couple of matches for the WWE back like
they
2 or
teamed up
3
for a
years
couple
ago.
of years, actually.
Really?
They were brought in as well. They when they were first introduced to us on SmackDown as a team. I know
yeah.
Shelton Benjamin had a tryout match on Heat before that.
Okay.
But they were brought to SmackDown as a team, and then they stayed until the world's greatest tag team, and then Team Angle and all that stuff. And then Shelton Benjamin got drafted to Raw, and then Benjamin and Haas really never got back together. They may have crossed paths like in a Royal Rumble at one time.
Yeah, but they were like it was 1 or 2 times they tagged up with one another for back like at least 3-4 years ago. Last time I checked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might have been different companies. I know Shelton.
It's basically like a stint. Like it was one of those once in a lifetime stints, like that of Grandmaster Sex against Kane in that match.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole match or whatever, but I saw highlights of it. And I was like, wow, he's still in good shape, Grandmaster Sexy. So
he was, yeah.
at the time, that is. And now Kane, speaking of Kane, he's actually running for political office, or at one point now he's a mayor.
I think he's a mayor.
Yeah.
He actually won his bid. He actually is in politics.
Oh, yeah. He's been involved since with this company. It's like one of those truther, patriot-like movement companies called himself the Restored Republic.net. Something of this. They actually have a American News Network or something. It's like a network of sorts they have on YouTube. I forget the actual name of it, but Kane was featured on the early days of their programming. And I was like, wow, the Kane was really down involved with politics back in 2006, 2008, give or take. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, again, the roster's not going to shut you off. I do know some people have said there's really nothing new except the showcase mode, which has a new twist at least, and the War Games match, and nothing really new's been added from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is again why I'm not ready to pull the trigger and buy the game.
Oh yeah.
Ready to move on?
Yeah, I'll wait until it's on sale. Especially if it's Black Friday sale this year. I'm ready.
Okay. Next. Xbox confirms that Game Pass leads to decline in sales.